The 10th annual Transgender Remembrance Vigil was held on the evening of November 20th on the steps of the Hartford Public Library. 50 or so members of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community gathered in the front of the building to publicly mourn those who have passed in the last year due to anti-transgender violence or suicide. As part of the remembrance ceremony, 19 names of transgender individuals who have passed in the last year were read to a silent crowd. Many of those remembered had perished violently during anti-transgender hate crimes. Others had taken their own lives. The vigil is organized each year by the Connecticut Trans Advocacy Coalition.
Gaurav Gopalan. I'm Gaurav from Washington, D.C. Medical examiners have ruled that I died of blunt force trauma to the head. I once told colleagues I had hoped to host a performance of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet at DuPont Circle's fountain. Sunday night, friends and loved ones gathered there with candles to remember me by reading passages from that play. I was an aeronautical engineer and beloved member of DC's theater community, and I was found dead dressed in women's clothing. I died September 10th, 2011. I was 35 years old.
The folks that have died that we remember this evening, we don't want them to go quietly in the night. We don't want them to be forgotten. In fact, we want them to be remembered. Even though some don't have last names, we don't know their ages, they frankly have been brutalized. Their deaths are horrific. They hit a level of inhumanity that is really profound to me, and we need to make sure that we understand that we have to work together towards justice and make that stop.
I am Didam from Findazad, Istanbul. I died from a slit throat. The murderer is a fugitive soldier and was caught by the police just after the murder because of the high level of noise coming from me. She confessed to the police. I thought that she was a woman, but she was a travesty, transgender. After learning this, I killed her. I died July 31st, 2011. I was 26 years old.
It hits hard, especially when you read the names, because you know it could happen to you. It took very easily.
Is that something that
I've had persecution against me. I had an injury at work. I fell on the ice. Was brought to Hartford Hospital. And when they cut off my clothes, the doctor didn't want to treat me. But he told the other doctor, well, you deal with it. I'm not going to deal with it.
Well, God's created each one of us uniquely and magnificently. We're created by God, and God said after creating us, called it good. So why are we causing people to believe that they are not good or worthy to be in relationship with one another or with God? And in fact, I would suggest to you that many of us, if not all of us, have a story where at some point we were prohibited from being all of who we are because you're a man and only girls did that. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got a story like that. And I think it's time, especially transgender community, I believe we have a unique opportunity to help people take down that social construct that binds us all in this binary between male and female, and allows us, frankly, just to express and to enjoy and to experience this life fully.
But because of that doctor's attitude, I went back to school and became a medical assistant to try to help people so that they wouldn't have, no matter what patient came in, they'd be treated as a person who's hurt, who needs help.